All right. Okay. So what is that on my screen? Let me just shuffle these decks a little bit. And it's so weird because I was shuffling the decks earlier and I had my candle lit and my candle just like toppled over out of nowhere. That was like really weird to me. But I'm probably gonna start with the collective reading first and then do personal readings afterwards. Let me just hurry up with that. I usually wait after a minute because it'd be acting crazy. This live, you wanted to kick me off. I know it's unconventional, me going on a live on a Tuesday. All right. So I hope everybody's weekend was going good. I hope everybody felt like refreshed and everything because the energy was crazy this weekend. I was trying to go live, but to leave my energy, my body was like, bitch, go lay down. Right? All right. So let's start with this deck to see what's going on with the collective. What does the collective to heal, know, what messages? All right. Ancestor spirits, what do we need to know, need to be aware of? Okay. All right. So, what the collective need to know? One, we have cycles and completion. Hi, Art. So we have cycles of completion. So right now, as a collective, we're going through chapter closing on and entering a big chapter, which is kind of why everything's so chaotic. And it's gonna show like people's true colors because look, we have swan loyalty. So people's true colors are gonna be starting to come out. So we have bread, hospitality, pen, and creation here. And this just tells me, that a lot of people are manifesting things. And I feel like a home, a lot of people are trying to manifest a home. And it's also like something about like kindness. Be more kind because right now everything's kind of like crazy. But like just be more kind. Let's see what else. Yes. So you have come on, cards. So we have inner child nurture with red rose and enchanted. So a lot of people are healing their inner child around this cycle that's coming up, which is going to help them look at relationships differently, platonic and romantic. And I also feel like it's going to start bringing in people who are more faithful in connections. Like right now, everybody's kind of being unfaithful, infidelity, sleeping with this one, married. Like it's being all over the place. But healing the inner child is one of the most important things ever to do. And not only does the healing the inner child heals of like wounds and trauma and triggers and old scars, but also heals the ego because look, we have both humility here. So ego is also being healed, and look, we have intimacy and boundaries. So there's a lot of things being healed around ego, which is also edging God out, right? So we also have intimacy boundaries issues as being healed. Don't move the goalposts. Stay firm in what you guys believe in. Stay firm in what is true to your heart, which is true to you, and just do things that like make your inner child extremely happy. And I feel like as a collective, it's gonna raise the vibration a lot. And when I said that, I looked at the clock and it was 5:55. All right. Let's see. Radhika. Did I pronounce it right? I hope I did. Can I know what's the near future holds for me, Johnny? Okay, so I'm gonna start doing the personals. But I'm gonna pull this deck. All right. So Radhika wants to know how is near future for me in general. So she wants a Johnny reading. All right. So ancestors, what do we have for Radhika? Okay. All right. Let's see. Hmm. All right. So this card came out sideways, just like this, right? Yeah, just like this. So this is Eight of Wands. It's like it's given more like stop and go energy. Um, I feel like when things go really good in your life, things start moving fast, and then when things kind of like get a little bit derailed, it kind of slows down a little bit. But in generally, just be prepared because things are gonna start moving fast. Because look, we have the Knight of Swords right after that, and Knight of Swords is fast movement, rapid movement. It's gonna be something like celebration coming through because we also have the um Three of Cups, so it could be celebration for somebody's birthday. But I'm also getting like it's a big social gathering, like a really big social gathering. And the fact that all three of these cards have blue in it just shows that like you're during this time your throat chakra is going to be very active. You could be more outspoken than you normally are. You could be more um talkative, more like vocal about certain things, whether it's good or bad. Let's see what else. Okay. All right. So we have the Death card, right? So I either feel like you're like in the middle of a transition. Like normally transitions they come with like shakeups, like losing things, people, or jobs or whatever. But your transformation is not like that. It's actually more gentle. And you're like in the middle of it and don't even realize it because like we have first we have two pages. We have the Page of Wands, Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is ideas. Page of Wands is like doing spontaneous things. So I feel like you're trying to be more spontaneous, but not like in a hectic way, spontaneous, but more like outgoing, right? And you have a lot of ideas and things that you want to do, but it's like, who do you do them with? Well, you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? Eight of Pentacles here. Okay, I feel like you're working on an idea. Yeah, you working on an idea. You're working on something. It's like you have it in your mind, career wise. Yeah, I was gonna say business. Like could be like you want to start a business or have an idea for a type of business, something like that. It's not. I'm not getting like entrepreneur. I'm not getting that. I'm getting more like you want to align yourself with a business that you feel happy in. I have it upside down. Do I guess I do. So we have the so we have the Empress, right? The Empress is somebody who's in a attraction state, right? So you're attracting things to you. You're just like surrendering, letting things come to you, opportunities, people, you're just letting that come to as you. And as the Empress, this is actually a really good thing because when you start chasing things, it kind of moves farther away from you. So you just letting stuff come to you is actually working for you in your favor. Because look, we have the six of wands, which is talks about victory. Like you have a lot of things coming towards you, good things in the future. Uh, just with this amount of blue, just speak up. Speak up. Don't hold your tongue. I know in some cultures it's kind of bad to speak up or say things because it's either considered rude or is not normal. But for you with this amount of blue, speak your truth. Let people know what's on your mind. Okay. Go. Alright, cool. Let's see what else. So we have okay, so we have two things with these three cards here. So I'm gonna show you this one first. So with message and high honor, this is tells me that your higher self, your spiritual team, your spiritual court, uh, they're gonna start like leaving messages. So it could be like repeated numbers, but I feel like it's more so a dream. Like you're gonna have like a very, very vivid dream, and it's gonna give you confirmation on what to do next, right? And then with the message and concerns here, I feel like somebody's gonna like write to you a message, right? And it's gonna be on some like I don't know if somebody has told us this before or like hinted to it, but like it's like they feel like you're changing as a person. Like you're not who you were. Like people grow, right? People grow. So they feel like you're not the same. They like you being stuck, right? Like I said, you're in the middle of a transition because look, we have journey here. So you're in the middle of a transition with journey. You're becoming more enlightened and you're becoming more you. Like you're being more comfortable with who you are, your skin, your personality, how you handle conflict, how you like your thoughts, your patterns. Like you're becoming more comfortable with you. And not only you having that type of journey, which is like character development, you're also gonna be noticing a lot of spiritual stuff, like synchronicities. You might even notice like a lot of flies around you, and also getting butterflies. Well, flies are more so modern spirits, like more so people being nosy. But you also have a lot of wealth coming towards you too, because look, we have sudden wealth, and look, the number is 777. Let's see, a little closer. Yeah, 777. So you're getting money too. Like I said, just work on speaking up a little bit. Don't let your throat chakra go um unspoken, because what happens when your throat chakra is blocked, you tend to uh get like sore throats, itchy coughs, and stuff like that. All right. Yeah, just raise it. So how do you raise self confidence? And that's because of the reason why you can't keep your word full. It's because of fear. It's like more so like you kind of fear where how people are gonna react if you do, you know, speak your mind, like truly speak your mind. And for the confidence thing, do like affirmations. Um, it takes about 3 months for your brain chemistry to switch up. So do affirmations. Look in the mirror every day. Do affirmations like, yeah, I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm extremely confident. I am extremely beautiful. Like stuff like that. I was it in 2019. I could tell you I wasn't like the most confident person ever, and I did um mirror affirmations where I looked in the mirror and I did those affirmations I told you for 3 months straight, like every day, every morning for 3 months straight, and it worked. It's considered some people call it glamour magic, I guess, but man, confidence is still here. The self esteem is still high, so clearly it works. But everything that's going on in the world is crazy, and I low key kind of seen it happen or coming. Oh yeah. So I have anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. I have like social anxiety. I hate being in large crowds. I hate going outside. I hate being around people, but I still do it. I still like even doing lives. I get like really bad anxiety. I don't know why. I just do. I just do. And it once you start like working through it, like even though I get bad anxiety, like I going on lives, I do it, and I just try not to think about it. Like even when I go to a large crowd, like being in a large crowds, me like will trigger my anxieties. But I'll be in a music festival in a large crowd. Like you can't let that stop you. I know some people get really bad anxiety where they get like panic attacks and hyperventilation and stuff like that. If you have that, don't do it. Don't do it. Just you gotta ease your way into it. But uh high mystic, but you have to understand like the mind is a very, very, very powerful tool. Like once you train your mind to overcome anything, you can overcome anything. Like a few years ago, when I get really, really hot, I get like overheated, especially in the summer. I get like to the point where I'm going to pass out. I literally have to tell my mind to tell my body to like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like I think what was it last year? I almost passed out. because it was like 110, and I was at like a food festival, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. And I literally had to sit and do, well, one, drink water, two, do a lot of meditations because my brain was really about to like white spots, getting dark. I was like, brain, we're not doing this, you're not embarrassing me. I didn't pass out, but it did take me like a few hours to recover. Yeah, affirmations help for like the self confidence. I don't know really much affirmations for anxiety. Like I said, I just go through it. Like I normally don't let it stop me. It's it's because it's always gonna be there. Like I've had anxiety since I was a kid. Like I used to get anxiety going to school and stuff like that. Um, but with all this that's going on, it's crazy because back in February 15th, I got you right after I say this, Mystic. But like in February 15th, I had a dream that I was talking to an ancestor in a dream because they communicate in dreams, the ancestors. And this particular ancestor asked me, what are the people outside of America telling you guys? And I was like, well, they're telling us to prepare for um, war. And I was like, in a dream, I was like, but I've been telling people this for months now, and everybody just looking at me like I'm crazy. And I was like, it is what it is, because you can only give out the message so many times. And the ancestor in the dream like kind of smiled because I acknowledged what's happened before and try to get the message out. And they smiled and they were like, well, war is good at our feet. And then I woke up. So yeah, so literally like months ago, even before the dream, I was telling people this was gonna happen, but nobody listens. Right? Let's see. My partner has been silent. Only told me 100%. And should I take action to write something? You're welcome. All right, so Mystic, what we're gonna do first, we're gonna look at what's going on with him because I feel like there's something mentally going on with him, and I feel like when you guys have arguments before, I wouldn't say he was a silence, but he wasn't also vocal. It was like more so he was like it was like talking to a brick wall. Like he was there, he would reply when he felt like it, but what it June 5th. Girl, that was like 12 days ago. Let's see what's going on with him here. 12, that's almost 2 weeks. All right. First, we're going to see what's going on with Mystic's partner. What's going on with Mystic partner? Okay. Oh. All right. Okay, so we got that. All right. Okay. I'm trying to figure out which card. All right, we're gonna go with this card first, because so we have this card, which is mindset, scarcity, and abundance, right? So clearly, with the mindset, we know there's something going on with his mindset, right? So I'm gonna put these two cards together because they're very, very. So he's hot and cold, inconsistent, mixed signals facilitate. Yeah. I think that's right for something. So with those three cards, I feel like, well, for one, I feel like he doesn't have a concept of time. So we, me and you know, it's almost damn near 2 weeks. Like, that's not gonna cut it. To him, it's probably like several days, right? So he may feel like he wants to reach out, but he doesn't. And it's like he will pick up his phone to write to you, but then he won't. And I don't know if it's like, to him, it's kind of like a game to see if you're gonna chase him. Because when I was saying like he picks up the phone, I heard game. It's like a game. It's just kind of weird. So then this card kind of throws me off because it has jealousy, right? It's wasp and jealousy. So it could be that he's seen something and it hasn't said nothing about it. So it could be like could see somebody like compliment you on Instagram or seen a text message, but it's something that he's seen. Yeah. But it's definitely something that he's seen. And then we have this card that came out, which is excuses, I'm sorry, amends. This, I feel like this is what he wants to say, but what can you tell somebody that you're dating and they disappear for like 2 weeks? Like, what can you tell them, honestly? Like, so I feel like he wants to say sorry, but at the same time he doesn't know what excuse to give you, because there's nothing to say if you go disappear for 2 weeks. Ooh, let's see here. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. So we have three pentacles in reverse. If you can see this in this deck, three pentacles is like watering the flowers, the seeds. To me, it feels like he's not. I don't know if he made the decision and not tell you, because men, I've noticed men have been doing that. Have made a decision not to continue the relationship, not to like pour more energy into it, right? Because we have the Three of Wands with the Four of Swords. So the Three of Wands, you're literally you're waiting. You're waiting for him to reach out, to respond, and stuff like that, right? With the Four of Swords here, it's more so like trying to, I would say, to heal, relax, and stuff like that. But I just feel like this is like the last straw, because this is like the final nail in the coffin. Like, this is the last straw. I feel like he done stuff in the past where it's like you give him chances when you should have cut him off. But it's weird because look, you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands talks about messaging, fast movement, and stuff like that. So, how long were you guys dating? Because it could also be like he felt like things were moving fast and he kind of like withdrawn because he can't like handle it. Like I said, men are fucking weird. Weird. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is. Yeah, look, it's coming out again. Mixed signals, but with the deck because look, the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords fast movement. Knight of Pentacles slow movement. So it's like mixed signals popping up. But this is where it's kind of getting like kind of weird because we have the Ace of Wands, right? Which talks about new beginning, new passion and beginning, with the King of Pentacles, with somebody who's very stable, very well off, very wealthy. But the energy around the King of Pentacles feels totally different to me. It doesn't feel like wishy-washy. It feels like somebody who knows what they want, knows how to get it. All right, candles when it's on. So let's see. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Should Mystic reach out? Should she text? It could be because narcissists like to do weird stuff like that. Excuse me. They like to breadcrumb, like. Alright, with this deck, you're gonna have to like spring it out. Alright. So we asked, should you reach out? For one, look up, because this deck has two sides to it. Like, so this is the back, and this is like the front. So it's like different. For the simple fact that all three of these cards came out backwards and so to speak were reversed when I asked like, should you reach out? And you have a back. Like it's like basically turning your back, saying like don't reach out in a way. Because look, forward, we're gonna treat this like reversing it. Forward, this is a magician. Somebody who's extremely confident, somebody who knows what they want, somebody who can manifest easily. Reverse, somebody who is insecure, who is, I would say, manipulative, narcissistic, stuff like that. So the fact that this came out and you think he has narcissistic trait, it's crazy, right? So then this is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, basically no. Like turn your back on it. No. So this is the Nine of Wands, right? Forward, look how everything looks dead, desolated, and stuff. Like with this, you're gonna be rising. Look, the phoenix coming out the bush. And this is kind of like it's kind of showing you that you're gonna rise above it. Like and everything. Like it's for some reason the lesson is to spot like hot and cold, inconsistent, like the red flags and things like that. So you already know how to spot them, but it was like more in the hesitation thing. And also we have the Hierophant here. I feel like you guys have different morals and values, and then the fact that there's a baby here, it could also signify like spirit babies. Spirit baby could have just like orchestrated an exit because they could do that, and then you have the key here. Uh, Hi, Anne. So I feel like yes you can. I feel like Mystic. I feel like the next person. Remember when I said the King of Pentacles is a totally different energy from the current person. The next person you meet, I feel like your spirit baby's tied to them. Will he reach out? Let's see. Will he reach out? So let's see. Will he reach out? Will he reach out? Honestly, all right, because you about to be mind blown. So we have the Tower and the Two of Swords. Honestly, I'm getting like a maybe a no. It's only because the tower here. The tower here is to remove. To remove. Tower is never really good to remove. And it was because one, he's inconsistent. Two, he doesn't know what he wants. And three, his heart is just not in it. Right? So now this is what it's that's why I was like, girl, what? So you have the Ace of Wands again, new beginning, right? New beginning coming in, which turns you into the Empress, right? So you're attracting things you're not going after, you just attracted. It's cool. Completion. The world here, your level up, glow up is being, you know, documented in a way. Like I feel like you may not notice the change, but people around you is gonna notice the change. People around you are gonna be like, "Oh, you're glowing, you're this, you're that," right? And then we get hit with the Lovers. So somebody definitely else is coming in. Somebody who's gonna reciprocate your energy, reciprocate your feelings, your words, your actions, and how you feel. And like I said, I feel like they're this King of Pentacles who knows what they want. So you're definitely gonna have that new love. I feel like I said, this was more so like a lesson to know that when to walk away when things aren't right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still up to free will. This is tarot readings, only a insight. I would say I'm accurate, but the only chance that anything doesn't come true is again free will, because free will changes a lot of circumstances. Let me get these cards. One. All right. Give me 1 second, Ann. That's okay. Just I don't know if you can rewind. Just rewind it a little bit because I literally just finished your thing. I didn't say that much. Just rewind it back a little bit. You're welcome, Mystic. Let me just move these on. Here we go. Let me just shuffle these. Okay. Ooh. Alright. And wants to know what Dr. Saeed and Trixie want to. Um, thank you. What was I gonna say? Um, have you been having a lot of like weather issues? And where you at? I don't know why. I just got like weather, so like the postponement could be part of the weather because weather's been weird lately. But let's see. What does Dr. Saeed and Trixie want to tell to Anne? What do they want to tell Anne? All right. This is okay. Well, for one, I feel like well, the reason why I asked for weather because I have like something about the weather, so weather issues might be another like indication why it was postponed. But I feel like one of the people on the committee, one of the academic supervisors, I feel like they're going through something because look, we have thorns and hardships, right? Then we have first aid kit and broken heart. So then we have hat and rolls, so, which indicate in um, pressure and emotions. This to me tells me that besides the thorns and hardship, something's going on. Something like car related. So it could be I don't know, like because I know certain professors when they are tenure, they have a lot more power. So I don't know if they both tenures or one's a tenure, but one of them could be going through a really bad divorce or like it's between a divorce or like or like a death in the family, something like that, like or like a divorce or death in divorce of the family, something that has to do with a major like emotional um baggage, right? Yeah, one of the examiners. Something could be happen, like something personal could happen to them that could um wouldn't allow them to perform their duties. But honestly, besides that, um we have 777, which talks about rapid soul development that comes from challenging times, right? So yeah, one of them is definitely going through it. Something's happening. Then we have wisdom, wake up call, time to move in a new direction. 555. And then we have rocket and voyage. So this is something that happened uh, suddenly, like without warnings or nothing like that. So it literally came out of thin air, so to speak. Uh, so I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's like detrimental to their health, but I do feel like impact their ability to assess your or exam, or to even not even assess, like to focus your PhD oral exam. I don't know which examiner this. I don't pull names out like that, but it's one of them because you mentioned Doctor what, Saeed and Trixie. Yeah, the supervisors. Yes, you may. Yeah. Oh, I wish doctor, but it's related to that. No, 'cause I thought it was like the same. All right. So one, it could be one of them going through it, or a doctor's going through it, whoever. Somebody's going through something. I don't know who specifically. Somebody's going through something, and that's why it was postponed. Like I said, I don't know how because everybody's school's different, and I know in New York, it's very much the tenured professors have a lot of say in things because my one of my classes tried to get professor fired and because he's been there for as a tenured, they do shit to him, right? So power to it. I'm getting like male energy, but I don't think that your supervisors are gonna tell you what happened. It's gonna be like, well, personal issues and stuff like that. Shit. Let's see. Huh. Yeah. See the main male. Yeah, I said male energy, main male. Yeah. Yeah. Look. So despair and change, and then we have change just twice. Yeah. So something's going on with one of the, I'll say, male professors that they're not right. So it could either be they're trying to either give them time to process or look for a whole new professor to um help with the exam. But my new date for my exam. It should be. It should be because I don't feel like it's gonna be changed. I feel like it might be a little bit delayed. So like let's say if it's usually in the morning, it might be like late afternoon, evening, stuff like that. But it was definitely delayed because somebody on the panel is going through it and it can't function or pay attention correctly. Honestly, it gives you some time to look over your material, well, and better prepare for your exam. All right, Abdullah. Right, did I pronounce that right? Yes, you can ask a question. Let me see. Yeah. I mean, if they sent the official email, then it should be confirmed. I would just call to double check or try to get in touch with them and double check. It depends on how well you I'll say practice. I don't have a PhD. Only got a bachelor's. Um, how well you practice. That's why I said like it kind of gives you like extra time to tweak your material and stuff and just